You look at your partner, the person you've built a life with for 10, 20, maybe even 30 years. You've raised kids, bought a house, and navigated countless challenges side by side. But now, in midlife, something just feels off. The silence feels heavier. The arguments are circular and exhausting. You feel more like roommates than soulmates. A lot of people will tell you this is just normal. They'll say that fighting is a sign of passion, or that if you were really happy, you'd never disagree. For countless couples in midlife, believing this has become a fast track to misery. This is the number one lie that's ruining midlife marriages. It's the myth that tells you your differences are a problem you have to solve instead of a reality you must navigate. And in this video, I'm going to show you why the real secret to a deep, lasting love is the complete opposite. It isn't about avoiding fights or forcing yourselves to agree. It's about learning how to do something that might sound impossible. How to disagree well and embrace your differences. I'm going to give you 3 specific research-backed techniques, including the repair attempt method, that separate the couples who thrive in their second act from those who just drift apart and become another statistic. Cycle 1. The toxicity of the lie, or problem. Let's break down this lie because it has 2 toxic parts that are actively tearing your marriage apart. The first is the myth that fighting equals passion. We confuse intensity with intimacy. Sure, you only argue with people you care about, but constant destructive fighting isn't a sign of love. It's a sign of insecurity. It shows that core issues are going unresolved and that you're stuck in a loop of blame and defensiveness. Real passion in a long-term relationship isn't found in screaming matches. It's built on trust and respect. The second part is the flip side. The belief that a happy marriage means you have to agree on everything. When you believe this myth, any disagreement, no matter how small, feels like a catastrophe. So what do? You start avoiding conflict. You stop bringing up what's bothering you. You pretend to agree just to keep the peace. You might think you're choosing harmony, but you're actually choosing silence. As the renowned relationship expert, Dr. John Gottman, has shown, silence in a marriage is destructive. The wounds stay hidden and slowly eat away at your trust and intimacy. You stop being your authentic self, and eventually you look across the dinner table and realize you don't even know who they are anymore, or who you are when you're with them. Cycle 2. The midlife crisis. In your 20s and 30s, the constant motion of life was a buffer. But now, in your 40s, 50s, or 60s, things are different. The kids may have left home, creating an empty nest where those unspoken tensions suddenly feel deafening. Careers might be winding down. Hormonal changes are real. This is the stage of life where all that poor conflict management finally catches up to you. The little resentments you swallowed for years have now compounded into a mountain of unspoken hurt. You're just stuck. Dr. John Gottman's research found that a staggering 69% of problems in a relationship are perpetual. They're unsolvable. These are fundamental differences in your personalities or values. The lie tells you these differences are a problem you have to solve. The truth is, they are realities you have to navigate. Trying to solve an unsolvable problem is a recipe for frustration. This is why we're seeing a dramatic rise in gray divorce. The divorce rate for adults over 50 has doubled, but it doesn't have to end this way. It's telling that a significant number of people who get divorced later express regret, often realizing the marriage could have been saved. The problem wasn't always the marriage itself, it was the flawed tools they were using to fix it. So what's the complete opposite I mentioned at the start? The goal isn't to win or avoid the fight. The goal is to understand. This is the solution, and it's a skill you can learn. 1. Master the art of productive disagreement. Conflict is inevitable, but combat is optional. You must shift from criticism and blame to curiosity. The gentle startup. Instead of starting with "you always" or "you never," start gently. Use I statements to explain how you feel without making your partner the villain. For example, "I feel overwhelmed and could really use your support," instead of "you never help me around the house." A harsh startup predicts a harsh ending 96% of the time.
The power of the repair attempt, new edition. This is one of the most critical skills. A repair attempt is any statement or action, verbal or nonverbal, that prevents negativity from escalating. It's a joke, a touch, a simple, let me try that again, or even, I'm sorry, I'm getting stressed. In their studies, Gottman found that the difference between successful and unsuccessful couples wasn't how much they fought, but how well they accepted and used repair attempts. Start practicing one or two simple phrases like, time out, I need a break, or I love you, let's calm down. This prevents conflict from spiraling into an emotional disaster. 2. Cultivate healthy independence. The idea that you have to agree on everything isn't just wrong, it's unhealthy. A great marriage isn't about two halves making a whole, it's about two whole people choosing to build a life together. Own your differences. Real intimacy is allowing your partner to be who they are, and them allowing you to be who you are without trying to fix each other. One of you can love to travel while the other is a homebody. One can be an extrovert, the other an introvert. When you give each other that space, you have more to bring back to the relationship. This isn't growing apart, it's growing alongside each other. You become partners, not clones. 3. Redefine passion as connection and respect. That feeling of relief after making up from a huge fight feels good, but it's unsustainable. In midlife, true sustainable passion comes from something deeper, feeling seen and heard by your partner. The magic ratio. According to Gottman's research, the most successful couples have a ratio of at least 5 positive interactions for every 1 negative interaction during a conflict. This is the magic ratio. You can build this emotional bank account with small daily acts of appreciation. Having coffee together in the morning, a quick text just to say you're thinking of them. It's the daily deposits of kindness and respect that create a love that can truly last a lifetime. So let me ask you, are you caught in that cycle of fighting to win? Or are you avoiding conflict just to keep a fragile peace? Recognizing the lie is the very first step. Now you have the tools, the gentle startup, the repair attempt, and the magic ratio. If this resonated with you, a great place to begin is simply sharing this video with your partner. Not as an accusation, but as an invitation. Just say, I want us to feel close again, and I think this might help. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. I share new insights and practical tools every week to help you not just survive, but truly thrive in your midlife relationships. The journey of a long-term marriage isn't about finding some magical state of perfect harmony. The lie tells you that conflict is a sign your relationship is failing. But the truth is, learning to navigate that conflict with curiosity and respect is the ultimate sign of a mature, resilient, and deeply loving partnership. It's the work that can turn a midlife crisis into a midlife renaissance for your marriage.